Hey, it's Farmer Floyd here at Floyd's Family Farm, and today we're going to be sexing chickens. Now what that means is we're going to be trying to learn how to tell the difference between male and female. Now, I've read a lot of stuff online. I don't know anything about this, and so this is an experiment and see if we can learn together. So let's go ahead and get into that. But first, if you like these kind of videos, please subscribe, hit the like button, and that notification bell. So let's go ahead and roll the intro, and we'll get started on figuring out male or female. Okay, there are several different methods to use for sexing chickens. One is to look at their reproductive organs, and with the male, it will have a little bump there. But this is very hard to do. I've looked at it like that, and I think I see a bump on every one, but the feathers look different. Anyways, so this is a very difficult way to do it. As a matter of fact, they have schools to teach how to do this. But at the hatcheries nowadays, what they do is what they call feather sexing. These chickens are a little over a week old. So we're going ahead and get them out, and I'm going to show you what I've learned about looking at the feathers and how to tell or determine if it's a male or female. We're going to have my wife write all this information down and decide, well, not decide, but see if we're right or wrong. So out of 27 chickens, we're going to see how many male and female we have. Now, if you don't care, or if you'd like to, leave a comment on how many male or female you think there are. Just take a guess, and we'll see if anybody's right. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to get these guys out of here. I'm going to try to show you the different methods that I've learned. Now, first of all, you can see here, let me get to the camera. One way to hold a bird is to put the bird's head in between your pinky and ring finger, and then hold it like this. That's when you do the feather sexing, but this is a good way to hold the bird anyway. But let me see here. Hopefully I get this. You take the feathers and spread it out. And what you're looking for is at this age, the female back here will have 2 layers. And the male shouldn't have a layer. There's also a way to tell if they're short or long. But she's having good tail feathers, and at this age, the ones who produce their feathers faster will usually be the female. So we're going to say that's a female. Now, as you can see, this one barely has any development here, and the feathers here, get the wings spread out correctly, don't really have 2 layers. Kind of does. It's a little confusing, but there's not many feathers on it. And you can look at the cone too, but that's hard to do. But we're going to say this is a male. Now look at this guy. Now his feathers are about all the same length. And here's how another way they tell is they say one short, one long, one short, one long. And that is exactly what this guy has here. One short, one long, one short, one long. So and no tail feathers. Notice that too, no tail feathers. So I'm gonna definitely say this is a male. Their tail feathers come in later, and he's barely even getting any in. I'm gonna say this is a male. I'm pretty sure maybe the other one we seen probably was not a male, but this is perfect as what I'm saying. You can look at the feathers here on the back. Hopefully you can see it. There is. You take that up a little bit, you'll see the beginning of the feathers. one short, one long, one short, one long. And look down here at the bottom. You got a long, short, long, short, long, short. So that's exactly what we're looking for. No tail feathers on this guy. They also say another thing if it's a male. This is a little trick they say. They say that the male will extend his leg when you lay him on his back, and the female will keep its legs like this. So I doubt this is probably accurate or right. I think the feathers would probably be more accurate to go by that, because I'm pretty sure this is a male and it's not extending its legs. So we got another male. Okay, we got some tail feathers, and then instead of one short, one long back here, you can see definitely 2 layers of feathers. Not one short, one long, but a whole layer here and then another layer there. So we're gonna say that's a female. So that's what we're looking for, and it has tail feathers, female. Tail feathers, good sign. But these feathers are not definitely 2 layers. Actually, it kind of is. So we're gonna say female. Okay, we have tail feathers, and real simple to see the 2 layers here. One layer up here, the other layer is longer. Little bit of tail feathers. We're gonna say female. So let's go ahead and get through all the chickens and see what we come up with. Okay, here's another way from what I've read online. Not by doing that, but just by what I've been doing with 2 layers of feathers, you can see here. I hope you can see that. You got 1 layer down here, and here's another layer. You got 1 layer here and another layer up here. The lighting down here is not that good, so. And we've got tail feathers. But with the female, they say, if we can get her to calm down. As you see how the feathers almost cover the whole body, pretty much. That is another way they say of telling, as if the feathers at this age, if the feathers are covering up the body, more than likely, or at least long as the body, more than likely, it's a female. So we're gonna say female. Okay, here's another way from what I've read online. Not by doing that, but just by what I've been doing with 2 layers of feathers, you can see here. I hope you can see that. You got 1 layer down here, and here's another layer. You got 1 layer here and another layer up here. The lighting down here is not that good, so. And we've got tail feathers. But with the female, they say, if we can get her to calm down. As you see how the feathers almost cover the whole body, pretty much. that is another way they say of telling, is if the feathers at this age, if the feathers are covering up the body, more than likely, I mean, or at least long as the body, more than likely it's a female. So we're gonna say female. Now let me show you another one that's totally different, and they are the same age. So, and I'm seeing that every time that short, long, short, long. And where you're looking for that is, it's gonna be hard to show you. You'll have to raise this area up right here. And when you do, you'll see the other layer of feathers behind it, short, long, short, long. I know I said that they shouldn't have 2 layers, but they really don't actually. You look right here and you raise this up, and you'll see when you spread his wings out that it's right in here. You'll see it's just short, long, short, long, short, long, because you'll see this one and the other feathers, which are the same length, back behind it. There's 2 layers, but they're both the same length. It's not like the females they've got a long layer here and then another layer that's like the same distance from here. They're like up here. And the males and you see no tail feathers, and you see that his feathers do not cover the length of his body. So we're gonna say he's a male. But these are some of the ways that I hope is correct, because it's plain to see. I mean, I could probably do this just by looking in there, but I'm trying to show you guys, and I'm wanting to get a correct number, and hopefully we're right, because I need more females than I have of males. We got enough males. So, looking, we got tail feathers. The feathers almost it bit me. That was funny. But the feathers don't really cover the body. But we barely have some tail feathers here. Let's see if we see short, long, short, long, short, long. Short, long. That is exactly what I'm seeing. That doesn't look like the female's feather at all. They also say there'll be like there's something else that says the way this shape does right here, it's a male or female. But I didn't pay that much attention. I didn't pay that one much attention, because I did that and I'm like, okay, they all look like that. So I was just trying to look for the short signs. And I'm going to say this is a male. You see, this is confusing, because then you spread this one and you think you see a second layer, and then it's just like I showed you, you don't have any 2 feathers right there. So but it doesn't, it kind of covers the body, but not really. I don't know what to call it. Let me hold it this way. I'm gonna say female. I could be wrong about that one. Let's clean that up. Okay, out of 27 chicks, we believe that we have 5 males and 22 females. I truly do hope and pray that's what we have. I need the females. I don't need any more males. But if we have more males, they'll wind up in the freezer, so it'll work out. So if you have any expertise in this area, go ahead and leave a comment if you think we got this right or got it backwards, or what have you, or any things that any pointers you may have for anybody else. And I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great day. And this is Farmer Floyd saying goodbye, good night, and God bless America.